All right, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I was using my earphones on my iPad.
Okay. So tell me when to start.
It starts.
All right. Here we go. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first day live stream with me, UltraEric.
Privacy J.
So today, I know it's Brooklyn Queens Day, and everybody's some of them were taking the day off. Some of them have to complete their assignments, but students are not in attendance. But all the teachers have their meetings, right?
Yep.
So anyway, since everybody noticed that if y'all been bored at home or do nothing, we could talk about some topics that what we're going to be talking about later throughout the day. So, the Rapidails event may or may not. The event may be going to be virtual, or it'll be back on the Queens Library Central Library, which the reopening will start to June 8th. But the curfew is still continuing till June 7th.
Yeah.
Hello there, Sis. How you doing? Dylan, didn't Chris Cronin said yesterday that he was going to do a live stream, a coronavirus update live stream? Because unfortunately, though, I checked the subscribers page, and it shows that Chris Cronin's not live. I don't know what's he up to. He's probably been busy with school or stuff. Well, I'm not sure. Anyway, let's get on with this. Let's take a look at health data and see how it goes.
Oh, hold on. Wait, share your screen.
I know. I just gotta set things up first. All right, here we go. Wow, this website is slow.
I know, it's gonna have to take time.
Yeah, it's slow.
There's some difficulties.
So far, guys, we're in the curve right now for this month. Everything, of course, have been flattened down the curve, and everything will be back to normal soon. But still, things are getting different with the rules like the social distancing and the face mask rule. So as for New York, let's take a look right now.
So I have to take time still.
All right, here we go. So June 7th, right here. June 8th is our target to go right there as phase 1 will begin. That businesses will reopen, and of course, the subway service will resume normal service. But still, there's going to be some social distancing and face covering rules that may apply also. And also, they need to control mass gatherings around the city. So it may have to take some time, but unfortunately, it gets complicated for this year. But hopefully, I'm not sure when the mass gatherings will continue. So anyway. Oh, he's probably busy.
Who's busy?
Yeah, I think Chris was busy yesterday. He didn't do the stream yesterday since, of course, he had to do something. All right. Let's take a look at some headlines about more store closings coming up. So let's take a look, shall we? So, American Dream developers showing signs of financial trouble. And of course, that's another topic we want to talk about. American Dream. So it looks like there's been a financial crisis right now since, according to the website NewJersey.com, and I'm going to post that right now on Facebook. You all give me a second. I just wanted to change my Facebook name to UltraEric. Will that be cool?
How'd you know?
We'll explain later. We'll explain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll explain about it later on Zoom. Later. Okay, so the 555, which owns American Dream, same company that owns the Mall of America in Bloomington, Minnesota. The Mega Mall in the Meadowlands had missed 2 mortgage payments on another one of its big properties, Mall of America. Now, I know this is like very, very complicated, and it's been reported closed since because of the coronavirus. Reopening date has not been announced, and of course, it's been a tragic, guys. Since I know it's a good thing too, since they closed the American Dream, which is a bad idea to reopen the retail shops. I know retail shops was expected from March of 2020, and the water park was actually expected to be open, but they have changed the reopening date, so that is very good right now since during this crisis. All right, let's take a look at the Sears layoffs right now. Since
you forgot screen sharing. You forgot screen sharing again.
Hold on. Oh, Jay, hold on. I gotta see first. All right, so.
And
all right, so 12 of 17 remaining Syracuse locations leases been terminated. Oh,
what's terminated?
What's that? Let me see. We'll explore. So 12 of 17 remaining Syracuse.
Yeah.
From what I heard, that's because the layoffs. That's because their tenants probably been. That's because it might be a big loss for the Syracuse locations lease has been terminated, and I don't know how it happened, but of course, this is like anonymous.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know. Sears. It's listen with Sears. It's that because I don't know why. I don't know what's with Sears, and because of that, Sears is a big loss. JCPenney's a very big loss. Macy's, I have no idea. They're struggling. And Lord & Taylor, 38 locations are beginning to its loss. It's not good. Not good. Anyway, I'll explore that later. So. I wonder what other layoffs we have. Let's see if there's any more headlines about Lord & Taylor. There probably isn't another headline. I want to go over the Macy's flagship that was been destroyed since last week, and of course, this was found by the New York Times. And I know the curfew fails to stop the protesters from damaging the flagship store, and I have no idea what's going to happen to the elevator. So,
my stomach had a pain. Ow.
You don't have to mention that in the stream, bro. If you want to, mute your mic and then I'll take over. So that's it.
I know.
Okay, so let's take a look at the headlines right now about Macy's flagship. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to do that. So, I grab this. Okay, so as you can see, this headlines is like going viral, and I noticed that because that Macy's damages is limited, and because of that, I have no idea what's going to happen to the elevators. Because from what I heard, the original elevator that calls the Mercado elevator, I think I filmed it yet, but I'm not sure. But I did film the Gurney/Mercado elevator. You can check out. There's a video if you browse around my channel if you can find it, or if you can't find it, then search Gurney/Mercado. Here, I'll give you guys the link into the script. Link in the chat, or probably I'll give you guys the link in the chat. So if you want to see the video, just give me a second. Mute the mic so I don't want to hear my video. Okay, so So if you guys want to see what it looks like, I put the link right here. So I don't know if it works, but you'll have to try and see. This is the link right here. You can see it.
Oh, a link. Oh.
Mm-hmm. You can copy and paste it or type it into the website right there. I don't know if it works, but normally it doesn't work for me. So anyway, moving back to the headlines about Macy's flagship. So, looters ransacked Macy's, Manhattan businesses. Oh, wait. Okay, so ransacked Macy's, Manhattan businesses despite curfew. And I know the curfew, like I said earlier, the curfew is still in effect from 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. till June 7th. So, and of course, it has been crazy since. It's been very crazy.
Was it crazy night?
Yeah. Also, there goes my downtown trip plans. So, anyway, moving on. So, we need to discuss more about the Rapidanos event. So, I'm going to show you guys on my Instagram page very soon. So, if I could find it, we'll pick that up later. Hold on. Let me get Instagram.
It's killing me. Hold on.
All right, Private J will be back with us soon, so he'll take us like a minute. But let's go over some of the details about what's going on with this. So, okay, the video music box. I guess no. Guess not. So, if you guys have any questions or concerns, feel free to answer any questions or concerns in the chat right there on the right. Private J will return in just a few seconds, and because of that, anyway, so there's been terrible thoughts about why, because that Lord & Taylor 38 locations are closing, and we need to go over that. So, 38 Lord & Taylor stores, that includes like the Lord & Taylor, hold on. Oh my gosh, standing in my studio.
All right, bye.
So because of that, Lord & Taylor has been owned by Latote. It's based out on the West Coast. It's San Francisco. Not sure where, but I'm not sure. So this is the website that Lord & Taylor to liquidate its stores. And because of that, they're saying that because, I don't know why, because due to the worldwide crisis of the coronavirus, and there's no reason why they have to close 38 locations. I mean, they need to go back to work. I mean, what happens next? They need to go back to work, and people need to go back there to do some shopping. It's no big deal at all. You check, you find out who owns, and that's it. Also, we all know that Lord & Taylor has been owned by Hudson Bay, the same company that owns the Saks Fifth Avenue. So it's like for example, those properties. Let me go over this the Gilsborough Reality Trust. So the Burnsville, if you don't remember, the Burnsville Square Mall was used to be owned by the Gilsborough Reality Trust, and then they sold it to Simon. Then the Jersey Gardens was actually a few miles from the Newark International Airport, was actually used to be owned by Gilsborough Reality, and then it was swapped to Simon when it sold recently. So Jefferson Valley Mall was owned by the Gilsborough Reality Trust, and then the Galleria White Plains were been sold by Pacific Retail. It's actually the same company that runs the Broadway Mall, the Broadway Commons in Hicksville. And I know Broadway Commons. Yeah, I want to go over about this elevator why I now mostly hate, because sometimes I like the glass elevator, but sometimes I mostly hated. And so it's the photoelectric elevators, and it was literally caught on camera. And also, it's Privacy J made an intro about that for the video review series.
Yeah, of course.
So, anyway, next week we're going to be talking. Oh, what are we going to talk about next week? I'm not sure. All right, so next week the video review and the suggested series will continue, and I'm going to explain more details about the computer suggestions. Cell phone tablet suggestions for next week. So we're going to go to Apple, and I'm going to see what's next. So what's next week, Jaden?
Wait, what is it?
So what's next week?
The next week, wait, what suggestions are we talking about?
Oh, this is messed up. Hold on. This is messed up. Give me a minute.
Oh, wait,
Oh, never mind. Oh, never mind. All right, so
we talk iPhone 11 already.
What is that?
Oh wait, what's this?
Worldwide Developers Conference. Oh, it's nothing. It's just the event.
Like iOS 14 rumors.
Did we talk about Apple Card or did we talk about Apple Watch?
We talk about Apple Watch
For next week?
for next week.
Then the other week we'll talk about Apple Card with that of course so that you can use the Apple Card. I'll give you guys a preview for that too if you want. So the Apple Card right here is that you'll be able to do is like no fees, not even hidden ones, and unlimited daily cash back. 2% daily cash back. Shop with Apple or select merchants like Jewelry, T-Mobile, Nike, Uber Eats, Walgreens, Apple, blah, 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 blah.
Whatever all it is.
Yep, and it's goodbye plastic and hello titanium. Look at that.
Titanium? How cool is that?
Yeah. So hopefully we'll talk about it till next week, and of course, we'll see what it looks like. So the Apple Card is it's a very, very nice, and it can be used with Face ID, Touch ID, or anything. So we'll explain more about this in 2 weeks, and next week we're going to talk about the Apple Watch Series 5. Now, I know our friend, you guys don't know Nathaniel
Landron, right?
Yeah, he has the Apple Watch. He's also part of our. We'll bring him on. We'll bring him as a special guest.
Well, we don't know.
So, this is the preview right now for the Apple Watch Series 5, and of course, this is where we're going to be doing next week. So this is where we can do directions, the earpods. You can listen to music, pair it with the iPhone, and leave a message, get reminders, use Siri, and everything else. So that's all you're going to need to do. Also, in 3 weeks, we're going to be also comparing Apple Watch models after when we suggest the Apple Card.
Yeah.
That's happening next week. Then that's happening in 3 weeks. And also, we're going to be doing this first from next week after, right before we do the Apple Card. Also, for gaming suggestions, we're going to be talking about Mario Kart Tour. So let's see if we can find it on the. Let's see if there's the Mario Kart Tour on the Apple page. So we're going to be talking about Mario Kart Tour on the Apple website. And of course, this is where we're going to be talking about right now for episode 1.
Episode 18.
Yep, it includes episode 18. It's available on your iPhone, your iPad. You can challenge players, worldwide multiplayer.
Or iPod Touch.
Well, only if your iPod Touch has a newer version.
Yeah.
You know what's even better? Use the iPad Pro. The iPad Pro is way better. Or the iPhone 11 Pro Max.
Or the Mini 5.
Yep. So this app is, like I said, it's available only on the Apple Store for iPhone and iPad. And look at those ratings right there. It's about 5 stars, dude. It's 5 stars.
Mm.
So Mario Kart Tour is coming up next week, next Saturday on Gaming Suggestions with me, Privacy J, and the 2 bros.
Yeah.
So We'll explain later. Okay, so we also have more elevator video review and escalator video review coming up in about a few seconds. Also, okay, so we got nothing to say about. So that's it, guys, for the first day live stream. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and take us
So
home.
we're going to subscribe for more content to Privacy J Productions and the Privacy J Productions 2, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. We'll let you know all about it. Facebook, my name is Jaden Garcia. Instagram is JTech727, and Snapchat is Spooks0727. Thanks for watching. Please stay tuned for the next following live stream.
All right, we'll see. So that's it.